Hey everyone, my name is Tori, and today I'm going to be doing an overview of a game called Sailing Toward Osiris from Daily Magic Games. This game is for 2 to 4 players and it takes about 60 minutes to play. In this game, the pharaoh has died, and now his funeral barge is sailing slowly down the Nile towards his tomb, where he will ultimately face judgment from the god of the afterlife, Osiris. Meanwhile, you and your opponents are playing as governors, vying to become Pharaoh's successor. You will do this by building monuments to bring glory to Pharaoh. Every time you build a monument, you will earn glory points. The governor at the end of the game with the most glory points will be the winner and become the next Pharaoh. Alright guys, we are all set up for a 2-player game of Sailing Toward Osiris. I'm going to be playing as purple and green player today. Now here we have our bricks, wheat, and stone. We're going to be using these resources to build monuments. Here we have our bag full of our workers, which we'll be drawing from randomly each phase. And then as you can see, the board is already pretty full with different colored components, and that's because this is a 2-player game. During setup, you'll be instructed to cover up certain spots depending on your player count. So it's going to look pretty full for this game. All right, and then here we have our player screens. And just to give you an idea what's behind those screens, we have some resources, monuments, things like that, and we keep that hidden from other players, which I think is pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We will be starting the game with round 1. As you can see, there's 4 different sections of the river, and each of those symbolizes a round. So once we finish with round 1, Pharaoh's barge will sail down to the second section of the river, signaling round 2. We will do this until he reaches the 4th section of the river, which will then signal the final round of the game. All right, so I have chosen purple player to be our starting player for the game. So as starting player, purple is going to randomly select 3 workers from the bag, and it looks like I've got 2 bricklayers and a farmer. Okay, then it's green player's turn. They will do the same thing. And it looks like green player has a stone layer, a master stone layer, and a brick layer. I'll explain what the master workers do just a little bit later. Okay, so as first player, then purple is going to draw workers from the bag until there are 2 remaining in the bag. So these workers that I'm placing here, this is the labor pool, and you can acquire workers from here later by paying 2 resources. So now as first player, I get to look into the bag and see what the 2 remaining workers are, and that basically just lets me know exactly what workers my opponent has, which gives me a slight advantage. Okay, so purple player is going to start by placing a brick layer here, and I'm going to take 4 brick. Okay, green player is going to, you know what, just so I can show you guys, green player is going to go ahead and place their stone layer. Okay, this is their master stone layer, you could tell because it's painted. Master stone layers can be placed anywhere on the map. So whereas regular workers are confined to this section of the river where the funeral barge is, master layers can go anywhere. So this master worker is going to go right here, and I'm going to collect 4 stone. Perfect. All right, so now purple is going to place, let's see, I think I'll go ahead and place my camel here, the caravan. So each player gets 1 little camel, which is super cute. And camels can only be placed in the caravan here. So I'm going to select to gain 2 stone and 1 wheat. Perfect. All right, so now green player is going to place their brick layer here and collect 2 brick. All right, so purple player is going to go ahead, I think we'll go ahead and plan a monument. So I'm going to plan this monument right here. So I need to pay 4 stone, 4 brick, or 2 wheat. I could also choose to pay this, but I'm going to go with this one. All right, so we are paying 4 stone and 4 brick and 2 wheat. Now I need to wait for my next turn to actually build it. Okay, green player, I think green player is going to do the same thing, but since purple's already on that spot, I need to choose a different spot. So I think I'm going to go ahead and plan this smaller monument. I'm going to pay 2 stone, 2 brick, and 2 wheat. 2 brick, and here's 2 stone. Okay, back to purple player's turn, and I'm going to go ahead and build my monument right here. Okay, now this monument was a little bit more expensive, so it earns me 4 glory points. Woohoo! Now it's green player's turn, and they're also going to build their monument. I'll build it right here, and this one's going to earn me 2 glory points. Okay, so play is going to continue this way until both players pass. So once a player can no longer do any more actions or chooses not to do any actions, they will pass. And once we've both passed, that will end the first round. And that's how it's done. It's worth noting that there are many more actions that you can take than what I was able to show in the video. Like you could go to the market and trade for resources, or you could go to the city and collect a city card. These cards have special abilities or can be traded for more resources. Or you might want to play one of your 5 boon cards. These are special in that they allow you to take certain actions that you normally wouldn't be able to take. So it's a fun way to mix up the game. If you like worker placement games and you're looking for something with fresh new mechanics to mix things up, I would definitely check this one out. It's got a lot of strategy to it without being too overcomplicated for new gamers. I had a lot of fun learning it, playing it, and it's got a really cool theme too. So check it out. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to follow Board Game Revolution on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can follow me on my board game adventures at Game Talk with Tori on my Instagram page. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and happy gaming. Bye!